ネバーの力を今味合わせてやる。
お前も同伴だ。
違う。俺は仮面ライダーだ。
エターナル。
変身。
エターナル。
仮面ライダーエターナル。
Hi, Firestarter here, and welcome to my toy review of the s.h.figuarts Kamen Rider Eternal, as it says on the box. So this is the brown box, and this is the kind of box you get every time you get an exclusive figure. I don't know the words, so let's open this. I'm excited. I hope you are too. So ta-da! This is Kamen Rider Eternal! The box is really themed like other s.h.figuarts for the past few weeks. Like for example, like Dark Kiva, Kiva Emperor, the double figure lines. This is Kamen Rider Eternal in black and white. Bandai Collector Shop at the bottom. It says here Kamen Rider Forever. A to Z to, Move Taisen ko. No, it's just A to Z. We noticed that most of the boxes that are coming out are quite thicker than the usual s.h.figuarts box. I mentioned before that this may be the trend, but I don't know until when, because Kamen Rider O's is coming and they have a different design for the box. It's more colorful than the usual SH boxes that we saw for the past 2 years. At the side, on top, and on the other side at the back, a couple of poses or profiles for Kamen Rider Eternal. Tamashii Nations underneath, a couple of numbers, and that's basically it. I'm excited to open this, so check this out. With the figure, he comes with a couple of hands. He has 7 hands, extra hands, the pointy, 2-figure pointy hands, and the open hands, 2 holding hands, and a thumbs down, because he's not Kuga. He doesn't use a thumbs up sign. He usually goes thumbs down. And he has the blade. This is where he puts the T2 Gaia Eternal Memory for his maximum drive. So all of the T1 memories would not be operational, or it would cease to be utilized by the other Kamen Riders like Axel and Kamen Rider Cyclone Joker. So nothing much about this blade. It does look well sculpted, but there's no hint that there's a Gaia memory inside, or there's no hint that there's an eternal memory inside. So it's flexible. So you need not to worry if you have powerful fingers, the kind that could break a figure in two. And I'm glad they detailed the blade with a couple of serrated sides to it. This is the blade up close. Other than that, he comes with the black cape. It's again flexible plastic. I'm also happy that they also did a couple of molds so it would look like it's flowing rather than just one flat cape. And the other thing I noticed is that they also included a couple of protruding plastics over here, so it wouldn't stick much to the figure, because Kamen Rider Eternal is white. So if you are living in a tropical country or a humid part of the country, this rubbery cape would definitely stick on Kamen Rider Eternal. So I'm glad they placed some, I would call it separators. So let's see if this would fit in well with Kamen Rider Eternal. So this is Kamen Rider Eternal. The figure, he has yellow compound eyes, but I kind of dislike the look of the eyes because it looks sad rather than an evil Kamen Rider Eternal, which he is. What I didn't like again about this figure is that they just painted this one. They just placed a red dot on it. If you take a look on the movie itself, it has edges. The paint over here has edges, but this one is just like bloop. They just blot it with red paint. Since this figure is molded from Cyclone Joker, you'll definitely see a similarity between those two. Like for example, the shoulder pads, it does flip up and you'll see the contour on the shoulders, double hinged elbow, a joint over here, movable joint over here. The asymmetrical torso also moves. This is quite new, so it's definitely tight, especially when you open this one for the first time out or taking this one out of the box. A hinge extension for the added reach for the leg. Joint over here, it does swivel from left to right. A hinge over here, a hinge over here. It has a fluid motion. This is what I like very much, is that they used hinges instead of ball joints, so every time you use it and pose it in a certain manner, it will balance itself. One thing you'll notice about this figure is the slings, maximum drive holders. If you count them all, it's all 26. So even though he has a couple of maximum drive outlets over here, the arm does swivel freely, so you don't have to worry if rub against the shoulder pads. Neck articulation, again, like I mentioned, because he is molded from Kamen Rider Cyclone Joker, it does have good movement. It's quite new, so it's quite tight. So this is the back part of Kamen Rider Eternal. Then we have the Lost Driver. It's for a small part, it's detailed well, but I hope they painted this part and the slot itself with white, so at least we'll know that it will distinguish itself from Cyclone Joker or other Kamen Rider double figures that came out from the s.h.figuarts toy line from Bandai. But I'm glad the detail on the slings are very well made. I was skeptical at first because it might look good on the movie, but it wouldn't look good if they produced one as a figure. Additional maximum drive slot on the legs. Now let's put on the cape. Let's pop his head off. That was easy. And then place the whole cape in, and then put back the head. Wow, that was easy as well. I didn't notice that it was easy to peg the head out. Unlike Cyclone Joker, you have to tilt the peg to one side before placing the head back in. But surprisingly, it's easy for me to take out the head and then put it back. Now with the cape, it does look nice, but the shoulders or the arms can move front and back, but not from side to side. So because this is not flexible enough, but he does look badass when he has the cape. You just have to use your imagination on how to utilize this further. One thing I noticed is that most of the blue parts or the blue flames on the sides, on the arms of Kamen Rider Eternal are not painted well. There are a couple of missed parts over here. As you can see, there are a couple of unpainted parts, which if you are too nitpicky about the figure, you might get disappointed about those. Although the hands are graphically painted in metallic blue, it's just that the flames are not that done perfectly as you hoped it would be. But if you can go past that, definitely you'll slowly fall in love with this figure. To use the knife, just pop out one hand and the holding hand. Now I'm having a problem now with placing those hands because it's quite tight. And then place the blade or the knife, whatever you call it. It doesn't have a name. I don't know if this one has a name, but it's for now, let's call it the knife. So it does look good on Kamen Rider Eternal. It's just that when he's wearing the cape, as I mentioned earlier, he can't move those arms very well. Like if you have Yuki or Gao s.h.figuarts, you'll know that there are a couple of hindrances when it comes to the extended costume parts, or in this case, it's the cape. So this is my verdict. At first, I was really skeptical in getting this figure because it is just colored white, and then the only additional paint on this figure is just the blue flames and the silver lines on the shoulders. Plus, I noticed that he only has a couple of hands plus a knife. But if you put them all together, it does look incredible. I mean, the whole badassness of Kamen Rider Eternal do push through. If you're nitpicky about the paint, do find someone who can do some damage control over that. Everything else, it does look amazing. But it will this figure will definitely grow on you. It just takes time and imagination on how to utilize this. I mean, the possibilities, the accessories. Since he is fashioned from Kamen Rider Double, I give it not 2 thumbs up, but just 1. So again, like I mentioned before, if you do like my videos, please do comment on the comment section below and take a look of the photos at the end of the video. I think I'm getting better. Other than that, do check out my blogspot for my full written review. Again, this is Firestarter. Thank you very much, and until my next review. Bye.